Yeah, hi friends, welcome to the channel. So today in this video I will be explaining some basic points about data Raptor extract. Yeah, so let's get started. So the main use of data Raptor extract is we can query data. We can query data from Salesforce database or Salesforce objects. Yeah. So data Raptor extract is a two-step process. Why I told two-step process? Let me explain that. So here I want to query, let us assume we want to query account object. So that's why I selected account object here. And once you selected object here, then you have to specify extract output path. So let us assume you can give any name you want here. For best practice, you can give same name as your querying object account. So what will happen behind in the backend if I specify extract output path? So at the time what will happen is, so in the backend one node one JSON data got generated. For that JSON data node will be your extract whatever name you given here. This name will act as your node here. Yeah. So why I told it's a two-step process is, so as soon as you specify here extract output path, then behind the scene one JSON structure got generated. For that JSON, whatever name you given here, that name will act as node here. So with this what will happen? Let us assume behind the scene what will happen. Now here node will be account, right? This account will have some values. So behind the scene what will happen? It will fetch all records from account object behind the scene. So it will fetch all fields from account object. So this is the first step. First step is called extract step. So with this configuration, what it will do is behind the scene, it will create a one JSON. Your name will be act as JSON node, and let us assume it will fetch all fields, all records, all fields from your database. Now this is extraction step. Now next step is, from this data you need to pick what and all fields you want. That is the next step. So that's the reason I call this is a two-step process. Now my first step is I specified account object, and here I specified what is the JSON node name you want. Now I specified account. Now you can specify, you can query any field here. Basically, you cannot query select name from account. You cannot do like this. Always you need to include some filter. So I will use ID filter here. ID not equal to null. So with this, it will create one JSON structure like this. And let us assume all records and all fields will be available here. Now our next step is, this is extraction step. Now this is step got completed. Now, now my next step is, I want to pick what and all fields I want. Basically, you for a business use case, you need some of the fields, not all fields from account object, right? So now for second step, you need to go to output object. Here, extract JSON path, right? Extract JSON path is nothing but our first step. So here, what and all fields you want. So from this extract JSON path account, right? I give a name as account. From this extract JSON path, I want name. And what is the JSON structure you want? What is the JSON structure you want to return from this data Raptor extract? That JSON, basically your JSON output structure you can define here. Here let us assume I want output in the plain structure format, plain format. I don't want to have any parent node like this. I just want name here. I want name. Just I want name. I don't want anything else. So just take name. Name is nothing but key in the my output. This is the name. Yeah. Now just preview here. So behind the scene, this is the query got filed. This query returned 31 records. So here we have multiple records. So output will be object format. Sorry, output will be array format. Yeah. So in simpler form, how can you define data Raptor extract? Data Raptor extract is a two-step process. First step is you want to specify what is the object you want to query, and once you query, where you need to store the data. In the JSON, what is the node name you want? That name you can give here, extract output path. With this in the backend, it will create one JSON structure like this, and this node will contain all fields from account object. That is assume all fields. This is first step. Now I configured first step. Now I want define some output, right? So in the output, so I need to pick data from, I need to pick what and all fields I want from extract output, extract JSON data. So for that, here I picked only name from this node. So account colon name, and I given output as name. Preview. Yeah, it's executed. Now I don't want output in this format. I want output. So data, I want one parent node called accounts. Let us assume accounts. In this account, I should have all account names. Colon. Now this is name and all account names will come here. If this is your requirement, now what you have to do here is go to output. Here all names should store under a node called accounts. Accounts colon name. Now see output, how output will come. See here, one parent node we have accounts. Under this parent node, there are multiple objects, each object containing name. Yeah, here not only one node, you can define multiple nodes also. Let us assume I will specify a. Now data will go under parent node called accounts. Under that node, one more node will be created a. Under this name will come. See here, accounts. This node now will act as a array. Yeah, go to output. Let's remove a here. So this is the simplest form of data Raptor extract. Basically, it will contain two steps: extraction step and output step. Once you configure the extraction step, then in the output, you need to pick what and all fields you want. Yeah. So let's include one more called number of employees here. Account colon number of employees goes to accounts colon number of employees EMPS. Yeah. Now execute. Execute. See accounts number of employees. So only two accounts have number of employees. So by default, the default behavior of data Raptor extract is If some field value is null, then by default that value will not include in the output. That's the reason remaining accounts there is no node for number of employees. If you want to configure, so if you want a requirement where irrespective of field name, you always need that node in the output. In that case, you can just check this checkbox to preview, execute. See here now, for these two accounts having number of employees, it's displayed as it is, and the remaining accounts don't have that field value. So even though that field is not having value, now it's shown. Now it's included in the output, and value is null. Yeah. So let's take one step further. If there is no number of employees, let us assume you should display some text called number of employees, no employees there. So if that is your requirement, what you have to do here is accounts, go to here default value will be there. That means if there is no value for this field, supply some default value. So I will define some default value 0. Currently, if there is no number of number of employees not there, currently it is showing empty string. Instead of empty, I want 0. It's a meaningful, right? If there are no employees, 0. So you can use the default value like this. Go to preview, execute. Now see here, number of employees 0, 0, 0 coming. So you can define default value here and output data type. Currently, if you see here, basically number of employees is a integer, right? You should, yeah, it should be integer, right? So by default, in the backend, number of employees is integer. That's the reason it is coming. But for now, here see number of employees. If there are no number of employees, it is coming in the string format. I don't want string format. It should be 0, integer format. So if this is your requirement, just go to output data type. Here, put as number. Options preview. Execute. Here still it is coming 0 in the string format. Output number of employees. Maybe default value it will always take a string. I'm not sure. Number should work here. Yeah. Now this is the simplest form of data Raptor extract. So here you can query multiple objects also. So you can define multiple objects. Basically there are 3 scenarios will be there. Say how to define how many extract objects you need to define here. So for that 3 scenarios will be there. Single object. So single object plus fields from parent object. Basically this is single object. This is single object plus fields from parent object. Basically you can call it as a child to parent. Child to parent. Child details along its parent. Single object plus parent, and one more parent to child. So basically these are the 3 possible scenarios we will have. So single object is nothing but this current example is the single object. Now let us assume single object plus fields from parent. Let us assume I want to query contact. Now extract path will be contacts where ID not equal to null. Now I want to contact last name as well as if that contact is linked to certain account, I want account name as well. So in this case, you can navigate from parent to child. How you will do in normal SQL query, same thing you can do here. Here contacts, right? Let's remove last name. Contacts colon last name goes to contacts. See what is it is contacts colon last name. This is contact last name. Similarly, I want account name as well. So contacts name instead of name. It is simple. In normal SQL, how we can do contacts is having account ID. So I don't want account ID. From account, I want name. Like this, you can traverse. Account name should go to contacts. This it should go as account ACC name. Yeah, just preview now. Execute. Contact. Account name equal to 0 is coming because in the previous example we given some default value, right? No need. Remove this default value also. Now go to preview. Execute. See, most of the contacts not having account. Some have account name also. Some should have contacts. Go to output here. Contacts colon account ACCOUNT. Name should come. Let's check. Data Raptor extract. Select from contact. Now last name, comma, account colon name. Sum of having account name, right? Now let's see what is the wrong here. So my extract part is contacts, correct. Take this one. Contacts colon account ID. I don't want account ID from account. Here you need to use dot symbol, not semicolon, not colon. Dot. Yeah. Now it should work. Go to execute. Here, these are the account names. So from extract, this is the extract output path, right? If you want to point out any fields, you need to use colon here. After that, you need to use dot. Yeah. This is example for child to parent. While querying child object, you can query its related parent object fields also. So if you see here in the back end, there will be only one query got fired here. So instead of this is also we can call as relationship notation. If you don't want relationship notation, so what can you do here is you can include one more account here. Account. This is called accounts. Filter account ID equal to this ID now should come from contacts. ID equal to contacts colon account ID. Let's see what is the difference between previous approach and this approach. In the previous approach, there is only one SQL query filed. With this approach, two SQL queries will be filed. Now, Now account name should, it will come from accounts colon name. It should come from this extract step. This name should go to contacts colon account name. Yeah. Go to preview. Here same last name. This is account name. Something is differently happening here. Let's debug it. Select ID name from account. See here, this is the backend, it is happening. So first what will happen? First it will query all contacts. Then for the second query, it will pass all contacts. If that contact is having account ID, it will pass all those account IDs as input to second query. That's the reason. Go to preview. It's here for second query. Select ID name from account where ID equal to this or this or this or what and all accounts, what and all contacts is having accounts, those many got passed here. Now go to preview here. This is last name global media. So now multiple records will come here. So this is also, now what is happening behind the scene here. Now let us assume contact query returns 10 records and account query returns 5 records. Let us assume. Now how in the output will come? For each, it will take each one record from contact and it will club with the remaining all 5 accounts. If see here, last name 100, how many times it's iterated? It is also some 10 times. After that, again next contact last name IP1. It is taken and iterated this many times. Like this, it is happening. So in this case, what can you do is instead of querying all contact records, let's assume I want to query particular contact based on its ID. ID, run export. So let us assume take this one. So now you need to define ID as the input. Go to preview, edit as parameters, con ID. This is the value, reference this variable enter here, contact ID. Now what will happen? This first extract will give one record. With that record, it will fire one more SQL query. How it will fire? Select name from account where ID equal to contacts colon ID. Then it will give only one record. Now in the output, you will get only one record that contains both contact and account names. Something it is again, it's not taking. Sorry, here we use not equal to. Instead of not equal to, we need to use equal to. Go to preview, execute. Here now we have only one record, but if you see backend, there are two queries fired. One for contact and another for account. So if possible, always use relationship notation queries to query its parent related object details. So it will be faster because in the backend it is firing only one query. Yeah, single object we've seen, single object plus fields from parent object. This also we can call as relationship notation, relationship queries. Third one is parent to child. For parent to child, there is no other option. We need to extract multiple objects based on our need. So let us assume I want to query accounts. I want to query account object and also its related contact details. It's a parent to child. For parent to child, you cannot use relationship notation, right? So you have to use at least two extract steps here. So account, I need account, select account, accounts. Again, here you need to query based on particular account ID so that it will give account name and also account ID. Run export. So this is the account ID. For this account, we have one contact. Let's use same accounts where ID equal to con ID. In place of con ID, I will place account ID. Let's use meaningful name, account ID. Here account ID. Now with this step, we will get account ID. Now we need to fire one more query. Now here we need to select contacts. 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 Extract output but give contacts also. Contacts where ID equal to instead of ID, you need to use account ID here. Contacts will have account ID, right? Contact, right? There is no contacts. Contact. Now account ID. Account ID equal to now you need to specify this node here. Accounts colon ID. Now one account may have multiple contacts also. Now in the output. So JSON, how I want JSON output. So this is the object format. So first node will be account name. I want account name. And here value. Account name. Here for this account, I want one more node called contacts. Contacts and all contacts should come here. If it is one contact, object format. If it is multiple, list format, it will come. Now this is contacts. Go to output. Accounts name should go to accounts colon name should go to nothing. It should come as a plain format. Name. And another one contacts. Contacts last name should go to contacts colon last name. Just preview now. Here name one. This account is having only one contact. That's the reason one contact came. Yeah. If there are multiple contacts, it will come as the list format. So now if you want to convert this output as a list format, that you can do here is now contacts colon last name. Now, if you want to convert, even though there is a single element, if you want to convert to list format, then you can do here list of map. Then it will always come as a list format. Go to preview, execute. Yeah. So no, not this one. Let keep as it is. None. Now you can add one more output path here. For this one, no need to. For this one, there is no input, right? Now you can what you can specify here is output. Output you can specify contacts. This node contacts and specify here output type here output data type. Specify here list of map options preview. Now execute. See here now it is coming in the list format. So for parent to child, you should always should have more than one extract step here, extract. But for child to parent, you need only one. And also for single object, you need only one extract step. Whereas in case of parent to child, you need to have multiple extract steps here. So here you can query related objects like this, and also you can query unrelated objects also. Yeah. So output options preview. So and one more thing, important thing here is data Raptor extracts and loads. Data Raptor extract and data Raptor load transform. All these interface types will handle list inputs also. Currently here I given only one record ID. Let us assume I want to fetch two record details. At that time, let us assume this is one record ID and this is one more record ID. Now I want to fetch these two record IDs by using extract step. How can you do here? Now this is if input your data Raptor extract is one record, you can specify like this. If it is multiple records, then you need to specify in array format list of objects here. So here this is object, this is list, and list will contain two objects. Each object will contain ID, ID as the key. ID, and another one is just copy this one as this. So take first ID as this is one ID, and another ID is white correlate. Take this one. This is another two records. Let's format this one. If you want to format, you can use JSON lint. Validate JSON. Now it is given formatted. So specify that one here. Now, so now this is a list format, right? How you have to specify this variable here is account colon account ID. This node will have now one more node called ID. This is how you have to specify. Now it will take care. If it is a single one, it will execute once. If it is multiple, it will execute multiple times. Now it will give two records. Now in the output, extract output. Let's remove this one. So accounts, this is the name, accounts colon name should go to name. Go to preview, execute. See here, now two records got white correlate and central contracting. So this is one of the important remembering point. By default, all data Raptor interface type will be capable of processing list inputs also. Yeah, and go to preview. So if you want to redefine value, once you extracted data from your database, now if you want to retransform, let us assume some account name is White Carley. If account name is White Carley, then I want to change this name in the output. How can we do that is go to output, here same name. Here you can use transform map values. By using this option, you can redefine what and all values received from your data Raptor extract. So you can retransform those values. You can use key will be if name is White comma Corley, exact name you have to give here White Corley. So if name is White Carley, at the time I want my name. Let us assume my name. If this is your requirement, now go to preview and execute. Here, if it is White Carley, Chandra will come. Other than White Carley, that account name will come as it is. So in real time, this option will be very helpful. In some scenarios, let us assume we are storing a true and false value as yes and no. At the time, if we want to convert a yes to t and false to no, at that time you can use this option, retransforming values. Yeah, that's it for this video, and there are a lot to discuss here. For those, I will create next video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.